Alright, what's going on, Picky fam? So, Chlorine's announced her kits dropped, so it's time to take a look at her worthiness for the F2Ps. Now, I would be cautious in using some terms because they have no full context at the moment, but overall, it's safe to say that Keqing has finally got her big stepsister, and I don't know why, but I'm starting to regret my Arlecchino summons. So, in this video, we talk about Chlorine, then about the new Abyss news that's pretty crazy at the moment, and finally an update on the banners from 4.7 to 5.0. So get ready and stay with me because the info is very important. So from my ninja sense and research, it turns out that Chlorine is a 5-star Electro character who's a sword user and will be releasing in 4.7. And starting with her skill, firstly, what she does is generate some sort of an orb, in my opinion, energy particles of some sort, and after this she enters a new mechanic which we'll just call as gun state, which basically lasts for 9 seconds, and this is basically electro infused state which you can override with any other element. Now, the normal attack state is where she shoots her gun and gets bond of life, which I'll just denote by ball. So after firing, when the bond of life reaches 100%, the gunshot does less damage. Now, many players might be like, ooh, I don't want to wait for 9 seconds. What if I just press E? And this is where two instances can happen. Number one, if you press the elemental skill and her ball is greater than that of HP, she'll receive more HP to herself and increase the damage and range of the flintlock pistol that she's using. And in second instance, if you have her ball less than that of HP, the damage of the gun, the range, and the healing will all be less. And finally, onto burst. It's a standard cooldown of 15 seconds with 60 energy particles, which is pretty normal. And as to what it does, basically generates 5 slashes of electricity like Keqing. That's why I call her stepsister of Keqing, by the way. And this burst would also give a bond of life which is equal to 100% of Chlorine's max HP. Now, I think this might be an attempt so that when she uses her skill, it would be a massive damage, pretty much like Arlecchino. So overall, I'm assuming Chlorine would be a great unit, but I'll still wait and hope for her to not get jinxed with nerfs, and that's why I'm starting to regret my 200 summons for Arlecchino. By the way, are you a heavy spender or a budget-friendly spender who's tired of high in-game prices? Well, here I have a great site that's lootbard.gg, and don't worry about the safety, reliability, and privacy, guys. I've personally tried it, also recharged the Welkin winners, and almost 100 of you all have tested it and reviewed it. Now you may ask, what's the benefit? Well, 13k Genesis crystals cost $99 on Genshin's platform, whereas on Lootbar you get it within $85, and if you use my code you'll get it within 80. So that's straight up 20% savings. And not just Genshin, but they've also got Honkai Star Rail and a bunch of games covered up, and I hope they do partner up with Woowa. And hey, if you're a simple player who just likes to have fun, don't forget to check out our giveaway that I personally do each and every single month. And if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, as at 20k I will be doing a mega giveaway along with face reveal. So yeah, moving on to the new Abyss. The entire community is like, how do they mess up, bro? Now before you go wild and crazy, here's what the data miners had to say. Basically, the reason we're getting 800 Primo Gems in New Abyss and not 600, because Hoyoverse may be setting the time reset of Abyss to 1 month. And before you go crazy, do remember that this is the only first beta change that Hoyoverse has made, and they're watching the community, they're watching their reactions, and I would say they especially don't want to mess it up when it's a new game coming up in just 1 month. But I'm like, why did they even have to make this change? It's already like this game is profitable. It's literally helped them set up funding for the other games. So I don't understand why do they even implement these stupid changes. Anyways, on a positive note, I hope Hoyoverse changes this in a later sort of beta. Now finally, moving on to the most important topic, and that's banners. By the way, if you want to know the exact release date and patch dates of the banners, here's a pic. Do pause the video and take a look. I don't think they're going to change the timings unless it's an emergency situation that happened almost 2 years ago. Now on to 4.7. Well, Chlorine, Siguen, and Sethos are pretty much clear. 2 of them 5 stars and 1 possible 4-star. I mean, the whole community's just shifted their focus from Arlecchino to Chlorine within 24 hours of a release. And I'm sure Hoyoverse is watching this. For the first rerun candidate, Furina is set to have her rerun in 4.7. Obviously, she's the only Archon. Well, well, technically a former Archon that's not having a rerun in 4.6 for the same exact reason. So definitely, she's lined up for rerun in 4.7. As for the second candidate, it should be Shenhe. And keep in mind that Shenhe won't rerun in Chronicle banner because she's not had 3 reruns. As a matter of fact, it's been a year long since we saw her last rerun. So yeah, pretty much Shenhe. If not her, then get in Baizhu. Now, I do have a sort of prediction for the Chronicle banners. Keep in mind that these banners only arrive during the filler patches, and with the Dainsleif quest coming up in 4.7, I don't think it would be filler patch. I mean, I did make a similar prediction in 4.6, so I'm still solid on that. So, in the final patch of Fontaine, that's 4.8, we're expecting Alhaitham's long-awaited rerun because he hasn't had a banner since Sumeru's 3.7, so that's long. Alongside Alhaitham, we might see a rerun of Nilou, as she too has the similar reason of not being rerun after Sumeru patches. So it's fair to say Nilou and Alhaitham both await their rerun in 4.8. Along with them, I'm expecting Navia, and the reason's pretty simple. Mihoyo for sure, before going on to a new region, released the rerun straight up. So guess which character is it? Well, it's Navia. And along with Navia, another Fontaine character is Rio Thesli, as he was released way back in version 4.1. Now, since version 4.8 is considered as a filler patch, we're expecting Chronicle banners in this one. But which region will have their Chronicle banners featured? Well, the answer for now is Liyue, because lately Liyue characters feel like a mess in the game, so characters like Ganyu, Hu Tao, Keqing, Qiqi, and Zhao make much more sense. Also, do note that this version could bring along fresh skins. Well, for the characters, we'll have to wait and find out. Now, on to 5.0, this marks the starting of Natlan region, and as per sources, the new character introduced in this version would be Yansan. Well, I'm just following a pattern here that we've been watching since 1.1. And as for the reruns, I know this might sound wild, but Jianyun and Zhongli are the best assumptions as of now, and as per less reliable sources, we might get Xbalanque in 5.0 itself, who holds a very important and powerful position, by the way. And don't expect a Chronicle banner in this version because, well, it's not a filler update, right? So yeah, really excited to see how Hoyoverse shapes this up. So that's basically it for today's video. Just wanted to cover the recent trending topics with some explanations, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and do subscribe. It really keeps me motivated and energized. So see you all in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Until then, stay safe and stay picky.